Well, bless your hearts, my friend. This is Minister Hill, and today I want to talk about internet dating predators. Now, the word predator means to prey on others, as to rob a child by molestation, to fraud another person, to rob people on the internet, on the dating sites. So that's what I want to talk about today is internet dating predators. And I don't know if you're familiar with the program To Catch a Predator with Chris Hansen. They set up a sting and they have this young lady to call and also get on the internet and act like she's 14 years old. And all these guys from the United States, hundreds and hundreds of guys, come to this house and these homes in these various cities, thinking that they're going to have sex with a 14-year-old girl or a 14-year-old boy. My God. So if those men would show up like that, thinking they're going to have sex with a child, I know what they'll do to you on the internet. Huh? So, like Chris Hansen, I want to just expose the internet dating sites. Now, where does these people come from? Well, they come from the South, Key West, Florida, Miami, Florida. They, you can cut across to New Orleans and across to Texas, up through Dallas, up through Arkansas, Little Rock, across to Tennessee, Memphis. They come from Georgia, Atlanta, across the Carolinas, through Washington, D.C., across Kentucky, Louisville, across from Missouri, St. Louis, across from Oklahoma, Tulsa, across to Arizona, across to California, Bakersfield, and Fresno, across from Las Vegas, Nevada, Utah, Colorado, Wyoming, uh, California, like I said, Iowa, Des Moines, Iowa City, all the way to Chicago, to Gary, Indiana. You can cut across and they come from Cleveland, Ohio, and through the Pennsylvanias, Philadelphia, Jersey City, through New York, Manhattan, across Maryland, Boston, across Michigan, Detroit, up to Milwaukee, Wisconsin, across Minnesota, and through the Dakotas, Montana, all the way up to the rainy city of Seattle, Washington. They come from Africa, Jamaica, the Caribbeans, all the way through London, England, Australia, the Middle East, and all the way to Mexico. These people are on the internet on the prowl, looking for the innocent to take advantage of. And, uh, and they have different baits that they use. Like Chris Hansen on Dateline, they would use a young girl. So I got on there and I used Escalade limousine. I used the Hummer limousine. I used the Cadillac, and I used the Lincoln to see what I would draw with that bait. So I started drawing women. I drew one woman from Windsor, Canada. Uh, Talked to her, then she began to cry broke that she didn't have no money, that she wanted to get married. She said she couldn't buy a ring, crying broke. I met another lady, you know, in California, uh, doing the transition, a moving transition. She's crying broke. Everybody on the internet is after prey and they're crying broke and stalking. They're stalkers, you know. The one lady out in California, she been on the internet for 3 years, and she's been through 5 men and still on there, haven't found the right man yet. So I'm just wanting you to beware if you're contemplating about going on the internet looking for a husband or a wife. You may think twice, and I know you will once you hear this message. Internet dating is taking over the way people are hooking up nowadays in the comfort of their own homes or on their employer's computer. A person can choose from a lot of photos and lying profiles, and they can choose from many hits and emails they receive soon as they click on. And you will see faces like you are looking in your high school yearbook. All these faces, all these people, hundreds and hundreds of people, and they all say that they are not in a relationship. Mm? And this is why they are on the dating site. A lying wonder. If you meet somebody on the internet and they are into you, and you call that person and you never can get a hold of that person, and you go on the internet on the dating site and you see that they're still on there, uh, and they're chatting and emailing other people, and they're supposed to be into you, that's what you call a lying wonder, a deceiver. Hmm? And you have to watch the signs, the red flags, my friend. You can't go past the red flags, huh? Some people are on the site and they are married. Did you know that? And they want to play, so they have very little to say in their profile, and they have no pictures posted. So you have to beware, my friend. Also, there are people on these sites that are separated from their mates, and they are not legally free, but they are trying to line up someone else while they are separated. And once that deceiver wins your heart, then they will let the cat out of the bag and tell you that they are married, but they just separated. Huh? So now, did the good sex work? That was the plan, to put good sex on you and then to tell you that they were married or they were legally separated. Did the good sex work? So there are young girls from Africa around 29 and 34 years old looking for a husband, so they say. And he can be 60 years old. And they say they don't care if he's 60 years old. Most of the time, my friend, uh, these people are scamming, using from Africa, using a U.S. address. And most of the time, these are Nigerian men scamming on the internet as though they were young girls. There's no young girl. These are these scammers over in Nigeria, men on the internet scamming, trying to get money because they want to send you their email address, then give you a sad story, and they are trying to get money out of you, my friend. And some are trying to get a ticket to the U.S. So we're talking about internet dating predators. I want y'all to stay with me. It seems like that the people that are from Africa and Jamaica and the Caribbean are on the take. Scam artists, huh? The word U.S. does not mean you scam. That's not the meaning of U.S. You scam. The word U.S. means the United States. Everybody's on the scam for people in the United States. I wonder why. But I'm getting ready to go to part two, talking about internet dating predators.